Now, in the four Gospels that constitute our New Testament, there are four accounts of this story, Jesus feeding the 5,000. In the first four Gospels that I was mentioning, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Jesus becomes the great exception. The great exception meaning he's somebody that you ain't. Now, in the Gospel of Thomas, an alternative philosophy that was what was alive at the same time that these Gospels were written, it basically says Jesus is God, and so are you. We are of the same stuff that makes him holy. It can make us holy as well. And the thing, of course, about Jesus is, if only a tenth of what they wrote about him is true, he did it really, really well, and should be admired and be used as the great example of how to live. Jesus becomes the great example, the one that we aspire to be one, like the one that we go, well, if he can do it, I suppose it can be done. If he can do it, I will give it my best shot to try it. If he can love unconditionally, maybe I can too. If he can forgive unconditionally, it seems to be possible. If he can know himself as one with the one, maybe I can too. And then you come to the miracles. Now, one of the things Jesus said, if I can do it, I mean, he says it in all these traditional Gospels, if I can do it, you can do it. Oh, why not even that? You can do more than I did. What is this? Do you all have that experience? You ever look out on the world and go, what is this? And I don't mean like that particular thing or that thing over there. I mean all of it. What is that? This mystery of life is getting quite intense because we're coming up against the edges of extinction as a species, as a planet. If we don't clean it up, a lot will go badly. Y'all know that. We need a miracle. We need something to happen that's not on the trajectory we're on right now. We need to get this thing changed. And we need to have hope that we can do it. We need to believe that something can happen that will change the trajectory of the human race. That we can move away from the atomic era into the transcendent era in which we love with such passion and such universality that we are not about to blow each other up just to prove a point. That just because our economic system is different than the other one, we're not going to try to kill you because of that. Just because you have more than I do, we're not going to try to take it from you. We need to change. Right? We are actors inside this experience, whatever the source of it is. We are the ones, as Cindy said, we are the ones we've been waiting for. It is time for someone, somebody, maybe all of us, to realize that we're in a pliable universe made by either God or machine that we can affect. We need to take a jump, a leap of faith, to act with such fervor and clarity and intention that we can do the things that we have not done up until this point as a species. We must do greater things than these, that our hearts are practiced at diminishing who we are, that we, instead of seeing Jesus as the great example and the one to whom miracles could come through, we see ourselves as less than, as a child, as an infant, as a weakling, as not the Savior of the world. But there is no other Savior this year than us. So no matter how you create this existence, our metaphors all agree you can do something about it. You can change it. You have the ability to create miracles of some sort. It started with the willingness to give. And out of that, we begin to unfold what is possible. And what came out of that willingness to give multiplied to feed the 5,000. And what comes out of our willingness to do, to believe, to try, to hope, to pray, to engage, to speak about, could feed the 5,000. We, in this world, are in need of action and hope. There is only us these days. It is only we who can make the change. We may need to enlist everybody, but it has to start with the boy and the girl who's willing to give up their lunch to make a miracle happen. We need to be at least as generous as that. This is our hope, my hope, that we step up at least as much as a little boy did a couple of thousand years ago and come up with our own loaves and fishes and hold to the possibility that we can change the world by holding to our dreams, holding steady and acting toward them, speaking when we need to, being silent when we need to, acting when we need to, being still when we need to, and see what we can do to change this matrix or this world to fit our needs and our hopes and dreams. That is the call of this day. That is the call of this crisis we're in. Change the world by being the change you wish to see.